All right, your next challenge is going to be to create a Remind account. Remind used to be called Remind 101 and is now simply called Remind. This is something that I strongly encourage all classes to utilize. It's a very easy, safe way to keep in touch with your parent population. And it also uses like dummy numbers, so it's not like you're giving out your actual cell phone number. So let's get started. If you already have an account, you're going to sign in here, which means you're well on your way to completing the challenge. And then if you don't have an account, you're going to click on Teacher Sign Up. From here, you will put in all of your information, email, password, name, and so forth, and then click Complete Sign Up. Since I already have an account, my computer saved my info, so I'm going to sign in. And this is your dashboard. As you can tell, I already have both of my classes set up. This is what you would click to create a class. And when you do this, let's say for example, Miss Garvey was creating her homeroom, it gives you a class code that they suggest that is already open for you to use. If you would like to change it, like Miss Garvey wouldn't work, it says, oops, it's already taken. So Miss Garvey S would work, or you can change it to something else. And then you click Create Class. This right here is very important. A new law was just recently passed where when you are communicating specifically with students, you do have to copy your administrator on this. I am only suggesting that you use Remind with your parents and not your students. So you would just send the code to your parents to set up an account. And when you text them, they are the only ones that get them. All right, so from here, so here's Cyril's homeroom and here's store. And then over here, you've got your toolbar, class settings. You can change this. This is important. If you are all for chatting, this just means that your parents, it becomes more of a two-way conversation, so your parents can start a chat with you, which I think is a great idea. A lot of times, from my experience, the parents that I friended on Facebook would just privately message me there, but I think this is even better way to communicate. So I would keep that checked. Anyone from school can find this class. The only people that should join this class, of course, would be those with the class code. And then that needs to be checked. I will only message people 13 or older. That's your parents. Let's make sure both classes look like that. You can also change this icon if you wanted to. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create an account with Remind, and you're going to set up your classes, and you're going to send out to your classes this form. Let me back up. I'll hit the wrong button at first. So I'm in Cyril's homeroom. I'm going to click Add Students and Parents. You can send invites, which means you can email all of your parents, or you can do in-class instructions. This is what I recommend because you can download it and you can print it off and send it home the first week of school. So that it gives you the instructions what the parents are supposed to do. When I click on Store and click Add Student and Parents, it's also there as well. If you have two classes, I would recommend downloading both PDFs, copy them front and back, and send it home that first week of school to get your parents all signed up. That takes you right to the PDF. All right, so that is the second part of your challenge, is to get your classes all ready and set up. Once you have all of your parents, remember I am suggesting not to add students. Once you have your parents added, it'll populate right here. So you can see which parents have subscribed, and you can also see people that maybe should not be subscribing to your class. They've somehow gotten that code, so you could delete them from there. And you can also tell who hasn't signed up, so you can strongly encourage them to do so. Now, let's say that some of your parents just don't sign up for Remind, but you want them to still see your messages. If you click right here where it says My Account, you'll see what says Widgets. This is going to be the next part of your challenge. Widgets give you HTML codes, which are these funky looking codes right here, a bunch of different letters and numbers. And what you can do is you can copy the widget and paste it into your classroom website. So what I would do is I would do all classes. If you've got two, copy that code. Now you're going to go in to your website. And this is what it looks like on mine. As you can tell, you can see all of my reminders. So it's another place for them to get your information. They can't say they haven't gotten it before, because here it is also here, as well as if they use the app itself. So here's how you do this. Let's say you want it to go in on your home page. And mine's lights, camera, action. Lights, camera, action. All right, from here, you see where it says HTML. So this is the top part. This is content area 1. Content area 2 is blank, but it really isn't. If you click HTML, there is that widget. You just copy and paste it right there. And then this is a suggestion. I like things centered. If you just type in this HTML code, that symbol, the word center, and then this symbol, it will center the widget for you. Save changes, preview, and there are the reminders that the parents can then view. So that is the next part of your challenge. Let's see, where am I? Go back in here. And then throughout the year, if you want your parents to get messages, let's say that you have forgotten to remind your parents that the time for lunch has changed for that day, you can quickly send out an announcement to them. It'll go directly to their phone as a text message. And when it pops up on their phone, it won't even give out your number. It will just give like a fake number, and then it will have the message listed. They can't respond to you through that text message. But like I said before, if you choose to open up the chat, you can start a chat with individual parents or groups of parents. If you have any questions, let me know.